What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, peep squad is in the building. What's going on? OMG, the gas prices are ridiculous. Like, how are we supposed to survive and live and go places and have deliveries and things of that nature when the gas prices are sky high? Yes, if you have an electric car, you are good. You are doing, you're better than a lot of us. But just to think about paying all that money for gas for your daily routines and going back and forth to work, now we gotta suffer like Lord have mercy. The gas prices are off the chain, y'all. What's up, LA? How you doing? What's going on? It's just so much going on with these gas prices. It's like we already have inflation when it comes to the food. Food prices is already going up, but to even get to the food is going to cost you, $60. And then you got to spend extra money and then coming back is going to cost you about $60, especially if you don't live near, your stores. And then if you get deliveries, they're going to have to charge extra because of the gas prices, or they might just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to have to put down my job right now and driving and things of that nature. And a lot of people have came to depend on drivers and things of that nature to deliver stuff, to go shopping for them, a whole different type of access of getting the things to your house without leaving your house has really crippled a lot of people. But now they're crippling us with the gas prices. Lord have mercy. So much going on. I'm doing good, Queen. How are you tonight? But let's get into the situation. Let's talk about Mr. Jussie Smollett. And we're definitely going to get into Growing Up Hip Hop Season 6, I believe episode 3. But on the TV, it says episode 30. So, when it comes down to Jussie Smollett, 150 days in jail, 30-month felony probation. And the judge, Lynn, in this case is basically saying that Jussie Smollett is arrogant, selfish, and a narcissist. Lord have mercy. You ain't going to win at all. You ain't going to get no type of relief if the judge feels that way about you. Jussie, what happened? In any event, Jussie Smollett was just sentenced to 150 days in jail for his elaborate hoax on the streets of Chicago. Lord have mercy. Y'all remember that? When he was out here saying he got attacked. OMG. And it was by Make America Great Again. Had on one of them Trump hats. That was like, oh, crazy. But in any event, Judge Lynn pointed to Jussie's testimony during the trial when he talked about social justice and how much it meant to him and his family. And the judge noted the irony and the hypocrisy that Jussie engineered a hate crime hoax. So basically, the judge is out here saying that you're talking about social justice, you're talking about all this other stuff, but you sat here and made up a fake hate crime. Like, OMG, the judge was feeling a certain type of way. Judge Lynn said Jussie was not motivated by money. He didn't do it for money, wasn't his motive, but his motive, and he was craving attention and thought it could boost his profile by tapping into the social justice movement in America, especially at that time, Black Lives Matter and things of that nature. And he is basically going in on Jussie, saying he did it for the fame. He did it to boost up his profile. He did it to make a name for himself. I was like, damn, why is the judge reading him down to the ground like that? And the judge also said he just wanted to make himself more famous, throwing himself a national pity party. The judge said that this man threw himself a national pity party. Jussie, you better drink that drink, baby, because Lord have mercy. 5 months in jail, that is a whole lot of time. I don't know how you gonna deal with it, baby. Yeah, drink that drink and sing, baby. Sing some Prince. Like, the judge was not feeling you at all. The judge called Jussie Smollett arrogant, selfish, narcissistic, and he did damage the real victims of hate crimes. And basically, the judge saying is what you did was, just repulsed the judge. Like, damn, that's how you feel, judge? Like, Lord, the judge basically is saying that what Jussie did really makes other people of hate crimes feel reluctant to come forward, and basically calling Jussie all types of names out here in these streets. Lord have mercy. I'm just like, oh, baby, what y'all think about that? And also, the judge continues with this and saying victims are reluctant to come forward, and Jussie did them no favors. The judge said Jussie lied repeatedly about the incident. The judge is reading him down. Lord have mercy. This sounds like a TV script for this judge to be like, you lied. Oh, wait. The judge made it clear he was not sentencing Jussie to satisfy public opinion. It was purely a matter of what Jussie did. The judge said there was nothing he could do that would be worse than what he did to himself, saying Jussie destroyed his life by his own shenanigans. The judge is talking about shenanigans. The judge basically said you lied, and calling you a narcissist and saying all your shenanigans. Like, damn, I ain't never heard nobody get read down like this from the judge. Jussie, what happened? Lord have mercy. And Jussie declined to speak in the open court before sentence. His lawyer advised Jussie not to speak. Jussie's 92-year-old grandmother, she decided to get up there and take the stand. And the grandmother, she pleaded for the judge to have leniency towards Jussie, and she launched at the media. And basically, she said that the media was not reporting the story accurately. She calls him a justice warrior who was being in social issues and social activism for years. He stepped in it and he was basically, a superhero with the situation. And she told the judge, this is what Jussie, 92-year-old grandmother, told the judge. If he sentenced Jussie to prison, she said, you might as well sentence her along with him. I was like, Lord have mercy. OMG, Jussie, at least your grandmother believe you. Your grandmother believe you, baby. She's ready to do time with you. You know anybody want to do time for you, Jussie, but your grandmother does. So you better thank her. Like, Lord, what y'all think about this situation? And also, the lawyer for the city of Chicago made it clear that this was not a victimless crime, saying more than 30 Chicago cop investigators and also detectives and also other personnel basically had to review, and they also did so much hours of surveillance, about 15 hours of surveillance videos going door to door in freezing cold weather, and also to get to the bottom of it. And also the attorney for the city of Chicago said that there was a massive of overtime, over 1,000 hours and overtime, and basically the police department was fatigued and stressed. The lawyer also said Jussie had made real hate crime victims hesitate to come forward. Like, Lord, they just threw the book at Jussie. He's lucky he didn't get 100 years. He better be glad he got 5 months. 5 months to me is a long time, in any event, and then on top of that, Jussie is still being sued by the city of Chicago for $130,000. They have also sued him in a civil case. They want their money because they want him to pay the courts and everybody. They're going to pour it off of Jussie's money once they win that lawsuit. Everybody going to be eating lobster, steaks, and crabs. Lord have mercy. Like, this is a crazy situation. Yes, please like the video. Please like the video. Thank you, LA. Now, this is why Black people are not taken serious. He put a scar on our race. He took the spotlight off the real victims of hate crime. Amen. Amen, yummy. Facts. My issue with the story is that the hypocrisy that keeps on saying that he wasted the city's money on this investigation. Had it not been for his status and wanting to show an example out of him, they wouldn't have had to spend no money on the situation. But they basically, that was the time Trump was trying to get reelected. This is when Make America Great Again was going up there. You know what I mean? So it was just like, oh yes, everybody was out here waiting on pins and needles to see, was this man lying? And they came out with it. And basically the Nigerian brothers, they done snitched on him. They put him behind bars, baby. And they're off to their luxurious life in this situation. So Jussie Smollett is basically going to do, he's going to do 5 months. Maybe he might get out earlier. And in any event, Jussie Smollett lawyers, they basically argued and during the hearing, employing the judge to throw out the verdict. And notably, Jussie Smollett lawyer argued because of the pre-trial publicity by city officials, including the police commissioner. Jussie did not enjoy the constitutional protection of being presumed innocent. The judge rejected that argument, and then the judge was like, so Jussie Smollett lawyers basically saying there was so much public attention. The police commissioner, remember the police commissioner was doing all types of fugazi stuff. It was all over the place, and it was just like everything went out, did interviews, talked about it, called Jussie out. It was so much. Trump done called him out, all types of stuff. So Jussie's lawyer said it was too much publicity for this trial. And then the judge turned around and says, I'm not throwing out the verdict, and he's not getting a new trial because ain't nothing has been, his rights. He has had his constitutional rights. Because Jussie basically is saying that he wants the verdict thrown out because he didn't get a chance to pick jurors, his lawyer, and basically said he wasn't able to speak like he was supposed to be able to speak, while testifying. And also his lawyer was not able to present evidence. So, he wants another trial. The judge turned his thumb down on the argument, and the judge said Jussie was entitled to a public trial and that his lawyer argument is not the case, is not the facts at all, point blank, period. The special prosecutor fired back too as well and said even during a pandemic, the trial was open to reporters, and also the defense did not want cameras in the courtroom during the trial, which basically the prosecutor saying we didn't want the reporters in, but Jussie and his people was okay with the reporters and the courtroom. And so the prosecutor saying, so Jussie Smollett lawyer, why are you arguing that it was too much publicity when y'all had a chance to basically get the reporters out of the courtroom? But I believe, Jussie Smollett lawyers talking about all the other things of social media, because everybody was like, he is guilty, he is lying. So he's been found guilty, and basically now he's been sentenced, and he would be doing 5 months. He might do 4 months, he might do 2 months, but he got a long time for probation. Like, oh my goodness. And he's been found guilty of 5 felonies, and a 6th felony, basically was dismissed. But in any event, he has 30 months of felony probation. That's a whole lot of time, baby. Like, Lord have mercy. In any event, have you guys heard the news about, Mr. Nick Cannon? His show has been canceled, and it's only been out for 6 months. And the production and the distributing company is the same company that produces the Wendy Williams show, which is Debmar Mercury. So basically he was supposed to replace Wendy, and his show got canceled. So he ain't gonna be sitting up in her seat. Bad luck for him that this did happen. But in any event, maybe he'll spend more time with his kids, and at the same time he's probably just gonna have to get another paycheck, because he got buku of kids. He ain't poor, but that money can run low real quick, especially with the baby mamas that he is taking care of as well, and making sure they have a comfortable lifestyle, because that's the only reason why they have not put him on child support, because he's still taking care of them. He's still sleeping with him. He's still doing what he do with each and every one of them, except for Mariah Carey. So therefore he's gonna come out with a new job out here in these streets. Sorry, he lost his job. And also the Real got canceled. Like, OMG, they canceled the Real. Lord have mercy. But the person that actually produces the Real, I just recently forgot her name, but in any event, it's Sal something. They canceled all her shows, all her shows that she has. She has multiple shows. They canceled them, and the Real was a part of her production, something that she produced. And so hopefully we don't see Jenny Ma over there or Miss Jenkins over there on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So the rumors may have some weight to it, and she might be looking into going to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I don't want to see her there. For real, for real. She doesn't fit in, as far as the ladies, as far as what they got going on. We don't need no extra people. And her personality is just very, very boring, and it's not real. And it just seems that she puts on the show, and she doesn't really show you who she really is. It's just like, watching a statue, on the Real. So in any event, hopefully she's not coming to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I'm sorry that the Real got canceled, and also Nick Cannon got canceled. His show got canceled. But I'm just like, Lord have mercy. And in any event, I'm just like, yo, like, this is crazy. Let's talk about growing up hip hop. As you guys know from last week, TT got married to her husband, Sean. And Sean, the way that he cried at the podium, or where he cried, and the way he was like, I'm so blessed you changed my life, TT. You just like everything. Oh, yes, she is. So, she helped him, make a better life. She picked him, and she basically, put them paws and them handcuffs on him. And he didn't know that he was going to enjoy it as much as he is. So, she made a decision to force herself on him. And basically, at the end of the day, it worked out so far. And they seem to be very happy and got a beautiful family and going to be moving to LA. And it was a nice wedding. I did like her dress. You got the red in the background with the purple, the blue. It was a good situation. And I don't know why her mama read Pep letter, but in any event, Tahira, TT, she really did look good. You know what I'm saying? And the wedding was really nice. And even though it rained and everything, it was okay, girl. We liked your wedding. You look good. You had a beautiful dress and you found your ring. So that's really, really nice. And then a lot of people had a lot of things to say, about last week's episode on Instagram. Like, they was really shading Tanise, and they was shading, like, when she said that she didn't have clothes to wear and things of that nature, things don't fit. And they were kind of upset at Jojo because Jojo, should have told his wife to put on something else, to put on a shawl, or basically put on something that actually fit. You already know how people get. They roast out here in these streets, and they were saying that, he should have been honest with her about how the way that she looked, because she really did get dragged on social media. And recently, Tanise, she was on Instagram, and she was talking about her marriage, and she was talking about, it seems like Jojo's not doing things. He is doing things. He's a good husband. He's a wonderful husband. She says she got clothes. She says she can afford to buy clothes. She said it's her problem. She's going through depression and things of that nature. This is what she said on her Instagram live. And I was like, I was just feeling a certain type of way. Why are you explaining that to us, Tanise? To me, it feels like her husband or her husband's family pressure her to get online and basically, try to make everything perfect in their relationship, like she's the bad person, or like she has the issue. It just seemed, but she doesn't seem like she can be pressured. But I know Jojo can be a nag, but I just didn't understand why she had to come out and defend herself when we see on this episode everything is okay between her and Jojo. It seems like, she got a lot of flack because she was talking negative about her husband, as far as she wanted him to help more, be around more, and she wanted to go out more. But the things that was going on inside of her head, she was confused whether she wanted to stay home, and she was and whether she wanted to go out and work, and then also being overweight, because she just had a baby, so things are not fitting. And I was just like, why can't y'all go shopping and get some things that are comfortable? But in any event, she came out here and basically saying Jojo's the perfect husband, and she has the issues and she has the problem. And I'm glad that she's saying that, but I don't think that we needed that, especially with this episode. Almost seems like she was forced to do it, or maybe she felt guilty about it, if it wasn't true. true, and she's leading the audience to believe that her husband's not caring or he's not a good father or a good husband. But in any event, yes, she did look bad when he was sick on the couch and she wouldn't go to the drugstore. That was a bad situation. But in any event, I just wanted to let you guys know that situation. Hello, hey, what's up? How you doing, Activation? Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Much love. So in any event, like, so this episode was pretty decent. Last week episode, it wasn't my cup of tea. It was just the wedding, and it was boring. Shit, it was boring. And so we get to this situation where they talk about Pep, and it seems like when it comes to TT and her husband, Sean is basically stepping up to the plate. He's telling TT that she needs to mend fences and mend wounds when it comes to her auntie. You know what I mean? He basically never really say nothing, but he need a storyline so bad, or he just need to have a conversation with his wife on camera, that he's like, yo, because he ain't never been concerned before. And all of a sudden he's concerned. So he's letting TT know, like, yo, girl, you can't do your family like that. You gotta, they wasn't at the wedding and things of that nature. And you guys gotta work on it. And I'm just like, oh, TT was not playing. She did not invite Egypt, Sam, or Pep to her wedding. Like, she got the ultimate get back because they wanted to be there and they wanted to come. And baby, she said no to the hell no. Sam was over here. Where is that video? Let me see. Is it this one? Sam was over here. He was at a celebrity boxing match. He was actually fighting this guy, Aaron Quarter. He was fighting him. He actually beat up the dude or whatever. Like, Sam, you had to win that fight. Like, if that dude would have beat you up, boy, you could never come back on TV. And because he looked soaking wet and all the smack that you talk, I'm glad you won. I'm glad you didn't embarrass yourself for real in the situation. But, so Sam in Egypt, and I don't know if Tretch was there too as well at Sam's celebrity boxing match. Also, Rich Dollars was there. There were some people there that came through. And so, he won the fight. Like, you better win that fight, like, Lord. But in any event, when it comes to Sean, he's basically trying to move this storyline along and get TT to go over here and talk to her auntie. And actually, don't TT look beautiful in that bathing suit? Go ahead, girl. But that tells you that TT was really pissed. TT was real mad. This wasn't about TV. This wasn't about that. It was about family. She was really pissed at Egypt and, Pep. And she was pissed at them, baby. And she didn't even invite them to her wedding with grandmother there, the whole family there. She didn't invite them. That was like a dagger right there. If they never thought that she was serious, they know she's serious now. So right now it seems like TT got the upper hand in the situation, and she can go either good or she can go either bad. But it seems like, she's trying to go good with the situation because, she did a lot. She was in their business when she should have just let it go and let it run havoc, and or whatever the case is. She did way too much. She did way too much investigation, way too much talking. When a girl is hypnotized, you just gotta let her go, and she might stay hypnotized or she may not be hypnotized no more. But in any event, for Pep and Egypt to say that TT was in love with Sam and she tried to show her naked body to Sam when she was staying at Pep and Egypt's home. Now that's the dagger that really hit her right there, that they would even do that. She cried and auntie didn't even come out and check on her. They really believed that. They really act like she wanted Sam, even though she with a white man now and Sam's half white. You know what I mean? He's yeah, she didn't want him. She didn't want Sam. Lord have mercy. I know, Sparkles. It's happening. What's up, Darlene? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on? Edward Smart, how you doing? How's flying them planes? You guys, please go check out Edward Smart. He has a YouTube channel. What's up? Who else? Hey, Wisdom, what's going on? Everybody else know he lied but him and his family, so he might as well tell the truth. Wisdom, Lord have mercy. Had it been day corner, Lord have mercy. So in any event, Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. So we get to Brianna Latrice, and it seems like she is feeling, Pep's nephew and Egypt's oldest cousin, and what's her name? TT or Tahira's, cousin, and basically they liking each other and they hanging out and cooking, and it seems like he smashed. But in any event, oh Lord have mercy, when it and Brianna, she feels a little bit certain type of way about the situation because she knows she done got into an altercation with Egypt, but Egypt swung on her first and called her while she was drunk, y'all. So, but she's feeling a certain type of way about the situation. That the family might not accept her, but she's gonna, Brianna she's charismatic. So, she's gonna make it all right. But I haven't seen her talk about him in the recent months. I haven't seen him on her Instagram in the recent months. I believe, what month is this? Okay, so maybe in September he was on her Instagram page and they were eating and she wouldn't tell who he was and he had an accent. It looks just like the same guy. So they had spent some time together outside of filming, but I don't know if he's still a part of her life because he doesn't live in California. He lives somewhere else. And so, I haven't seen her talk about him or whatever the case is. Usually she talks about her relationship. She talks about the guys that she's dating. And if they piss her off, she talks about them online as well. But in any event, she was rocking with him in September. He was at her house and things of that nature. But I don't know if I believe it was September or it could have been later, but in any event, they did seem like to have a relationship. They were hanging out. He smokes, he drinks, she drinks, they both smoke and drink, so they really have a kind of like a good relationship, as far as what I seen on Instagram, because they got the same interests and she really likes him, but at the same time, he's kind of stubborn. So we shall see if they're still together. But in any event, she's hooking up with the family, and now Sam in Egypt could try to destroy your relationship, girl. But in any event, she's happy. She seems happy with the dude for now. And when she was on Instagram Live, she was like smiling like a little kid and she was enjoying him. And he would bring food over and they would drink and they would talk. But he liked to drink, y'all. I don't know. I think she still out drunk him because they was like, who can out drink one person, who can out drink the other. So I think she was out drinking him, but they was on live a couple of times, drunk as a skunk. You know what I mean? Having fun, just chilling, doing life. They're in a house, they're in the safety of their own home, getting drunk, on Instagram Live. They ain't hurt nobody, so it is what it is. But she seemed like she really liked him, and he did cook for her a lot, and she cooked for him too. And her son does like him, so we shall see how the situation pans out. But in any event, they're getting cozy, or it could be just for a storyline, baby. Because I don't know, for some reason, I think Brianna is afraid of love, and I think she's afraid of someone loving her and actually believing that they love her. And to me, Brie has a way of sabotaging her relationships and not even know, because there's been multiple relationships that she's put on Instagram and they haven't worked out, and some of them ain't shit. Some of the guys ain't shit, but at the same time, she give you a run for your money, like Pep said. Like, she can be very, out there. And you can't lie to her. She's one of them people that, like, she'll ask you a million questions until you tell her the truth. She's like one of them chicks, like, you ain't gonna get past it and that situation. But in any event, it seems like she's happy for the moment. And it is good for her to be happy at this time and point, especially after the police coming to the crib and shit like that. And her son seeing her get arrested and him being scared. That whole situation, opening the door with a butcher knife. Like, girl, you was doing too much. Why open the door? And then having, a car in somebody else's name and you paying the bills, and it's just like, it was just a whole bad situation all the way together. But gas prices are so expensive, who knows what's going to happen. So when it comes to Jojo and Tanise, Tanise opens up and basically saying that she's depressed. She had postpartum, she was going through some things. So Tanise is basically letting Jojo know that he's a good husband, he's a good man, but she was going through some things. And he ends up having like a nice romantic dinner and bath for her, fixed up the house, got the roses up there, turned upside down, got candles and everything. And she's appreciating it and she's crying. So I just hope that they do make it through, because I don't know why they kept mentioning divorce. Y'all just having an argument over this. Is it that bad that you guys are saying on national TV, I don't want divorce? So they just doing that for the cameras. But don't be playing with that divorce word. That shit will happen. Don't play no games. But and also, let me get back to Brianna. But with Brianna, she has a conversation with Criss. And Criss basically tells her, like, yo, you're gonna have to get along with Sam. You and Sam are gonna have to try to find a way to get along, and basically, he's telling her you don't have to like him, but you're gonna have to tolerate him. And Brianna, she's never like, okay, I have to tolerate them. I don't want to be in the same room with them. I don't like her. I don't like them, blah, 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 blah. But it seems like, getting down with Criss is a good situation where she don't want to mess it up with the past when it comes to Sam in Egypt, but they can turn around and try to throw, a knife in her situation. But in any event, she agrees to be cordial and tolerate Sam. She's cool. She says she don't have a problem with Egypt, but in any event, also when it comes to Brianna and this situation, it's gonna get crazy because I want to see her around them. But if you guys remember growing up hip hop in the beginning, when you had Egypt, you had Sam, you had Brianna and Pep and TT, like they were the squad on the show. Like they were the squad on the show. It's like it was so messed up that they stopped being friends. They used to throw the best parties. They used to have the best drama and the situation going on all together. But in any event, it is what it is. We shall see, y'all. But it seems like Mr. Jojo, he done got the flowers, he done got the candles. I don't know how both of them gonna fit in that little tub, but we shall see. That's a one tub. And Jojo said, you're going to have me for dessert. So it seems like Jojo is going to get in the tub. I hope Jojo let Tanise get in the tub and he washes her. And then, they go to the bedroom or whatever the case may be. But Jojo seems like to me, he going to jump his ass in the tub first, y'all. Lord have mercy. And so now we get down to the situation where we get to TT. TT's basically letting her mother know, and she's letting us know, and she's letting everybody know that, the reason why this situation is bad as it is because Pep never held her daughter Egypt accountable and never held Sam and Egypt accountable for their behaviors. And she ain't never did none of that. And she didn't let them know that there was a line, there was a barrier. And then she helped cross that line, basically saying that her husband now, Sean, was cheating on her back then when they first started dating, and putting it out there like that could possibly destroy their marriage, their union. But at the same time, TT did things to get Egypt away from Sam. And she also, made sure that when Egypt was supposed to get proposed to, she took the Uber driver somewhere really far with Egypt in the car so she wouldn't show up to the engagement. But Egypt and Sam were married. And so when it comes down to Egypt, she was really mad about the situation when TT almost ruined her getting proposed to by Sam. But they married now, child. They married now. So it is what it is. And so TT basically is saying that, she don't care. She said that was a nice note that Pep wrote to me. That was nice and that was sweet and everything. If she would have did it sooner or earlier, it would have been a different story. And Miss Maureen is like, well, grandma's birthday's coming up. Congratulations to Pep and Maureen and TT and Egypt having a grandmother that's 95 or 97 years old. That's immaculate. That's a wonderful blessing. And so in any event, grandma's birthday coming up, and Maureen is like, y'all gonna need to get it together. Y'all gonna need to, settle this situation. And she's working behind the scenes, texting Pep and texting, Egypt, trying to bring people together because this beef has been going on too long. But now we have TT. She's calling out her mother saying, Mom, you never put Pep in her place. You never told Pep what she needed to hear. Like everybody was crossing lines and barriers barriers with me, but you never stepped up and said that your sister was wrong. You never went after Sandra Denton like you were supposed to. I was the one that always had to back down. I was the one that had to be the bigger person. And you never said that to them. You never said that to your sister back then. So she was feeling a certain type of way and she let it all hang out. She let it pour out. And it is what it is. What she said is right. What she said is right. Everybody got away with it, and no one, the adults didn't put the adults in their place or put the children in their place. But right now, Maureen has taken care of the situation, and she has sat down and she has talked to Pep, and she talked to Pep through text messages, and now she wants to talk to, Miss Egypt, but she has a conversation with Pep. Pep said, "You sent me bad text messages," and Maureen was like, "I didn't send you no bad text messages," and because Pep says you can go on happy ever after, or leave you happy ever after, see you never, or whatever the case may be. Maureen said, like, have a good life. I think it was have a good life. And so Pep said, that was nasty. You sent that to my daughter. And then Maureen said, no, I did not send that to your daughter like that. Your daughter responded to me was disrespectful. Okay, Pep? What are you talking about? I said, have a nice life after Egypt text me what I said. And so, so they was going back and forth. And for some reason, when it comes to Miss Sandra, when it comes to Pep, she's really more open in this situation. And, TT calls it out. TT said that, Sam and Egypt didn't get checked. They crossed the lines and the barriers. And then Maureen jumped in and said, yeah. And she basically said, I don't follow TT blindly, because Pep said that you defend your daughter, I'm going to defend my daughter. And Maureen said, no, that's not the case. That's not the situation, lady. I told my daughter to be respectful and do this and do that. I do not follow TT with blind eyes, blind faith, blindness. And Pep couldn't argue with her, because Pep said, maybe I am naive. Maybe I follow my daughter blindly, and I didn't check my daughter, because she wanted this. She was okay with this beef. She was okay with this back and forth. She was okay with the drama. And then this is your niece. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you should always let your daughter know no man is more important than your family. And he got to respect your family as well. Y'all got to sit down and talk. He can be a crybaby all he want, but he can't be out here saying these things that are not true. And then Pep having you agree to the situation is very childish. But at the same time, Pep was in an accident, and she was going through surgeries and things of that nature. But at this moment, we got to see a change in Pep, where Pep is a different human being on this show, and she basically agrees with her sister Maureen. I was shocked in this situation. What's up, Miss T? How you doing, girl? What's good with you? Your picture's so girl. So I was just like, what's going on in this situation? It's just like Pep has really changed. Pep has really opened up her damn eyes. And Pep, it's too late. But at the same time, I don't think there's any more she's teaching Egypt. And but we know TT is well cultured. And it's just like, damn, how come Egypt is not like that? They grew up together, but they have different mothers, and that's the situation. And then Pep said, well, I travel a lot, be on a road, so Pep is trying to make up for all these years that she felt like she wasn't around for her daughter or this and that. So basically, she blindly followed her and Sam like they was the adults. Like, she didn't have no mind no more. But something's very different about Pep. She does have a new face. She does have new lips. She does have new, teeth. That's what it looks like. She may not, but it just looks like she got a whole new face. And it's not a bad face. It's not an ugly face. She don't look ugly. She don't look old either. She looks all right. But we just like, she got a little meat on her face too, baby. What do you say, Miss T? I don't even watch Growing Up Hip Hop. Like, somebody say hi. Thank you, girl. Appreciate you. So, you got that situation going on, and Pep got a whole new face. See, she looks different. She got the blue, eyeshadow. She got like the greenish cat eyes. You know what I mean? This wig look all right on her, y'all. So I'm just like, Lord have mercy. Go ahead, Pep. She got the butterfly. Yeah, the butterflies are coming back in. The butterflies and the glitter is coming back, y'all. And it is almost summertime, because today it was hot here, y'all. And so we got Lil Easy, Eric. He's with his kids, and that's nice. And he's with his wife. His wife finally got her hair done a second time, second day in a row. She must have tied her hair up from the last episode because it was combed. But in any event, Eric and Lil Easy is feeling a certain type of way because he didn't get invited into TT's wedding. I was like, damn, y'all, like that sucks for you. See, look at his wife. Look at her hair. Her hair look nice. Look, she got a head full of beautiful hair, and she always constantly put that gel and that grease in it. Look how nice her hair is flowing. Go ahead, Aaliyah, go ahead. Your hair look nice. Look at her hair. Her hair got some length to it as well. Okay. Like, go ahead. And we have, what's his name on, what's his little T, little pusher. I don't know. Little Twist. We got Twist. He got a new girlfriend, and he's basically saying, he's gonna change his life around for her because she's everything that he could ever imagine and want. Go ahead. And then we get to the situation where we got Bone Thugs and Harmony on stage. This is about when they was getting ready to do that versus battle with 3-6 Mafia, and Busy Bone got into it with 3-6 Mafia, and they had a fight on stage. They were running. You know what I mean? It was crazy. But the dude in the brown hoodie, he was trying to fight. He wasn't trying to let his boys get beat up. And then we get Sequoia. Sequoia's there. I was like, look at Sequoia because she's following around Lazy Bone because I think he's gonna be her manager. She's like one of his artists and things of that nature. So he invited her to be there because they're gonna get billions. Well, they said billions of views. I don't know if they probably did get a billion views because everybody streamed it on YouTube. Then it was on Triller, and then it was on Instagram Live. You know what I'm saying? So they probably did get a billion views all the way around. But she was there, but they didn't show her when they was actually having the versus battle. But in any event, she showed up looking all good, baby. And she has this conversation with Lil Easy and basically asks him like, what's going on? Like, you wasn't invited to TT's wedding. How does that make you feel if your friends went? Because he was like, my friends was there. I don't know why TT didn't invite him, but he basically said that they had something going on. It was a mutual attraction. And so basically he feels like TT didn't want him there because it could have been a possibility that he could have been standing in Sean's spot or whatever the case, because he did like TT booty. He was always talking about her booty. But when he was feeling TT, he wasn't married, and he said he wasn't married. So I thought he was married to Aaliyah for years. So they've been dating for years and recently got married because that's not too long ago. Was that like 2 years ago, 3 years ago? He was flirting with TT and TT was kind of like flirting back with him or whatever. He said he wasn't married then. But he had to be with Aaliyah unless he recently married her. I could have sworn that he said that they've been married for years. But in any event, because he talked about her not working, him not working in the beginning. But they might have not been married, but she was there in the picture. So okay, this is why we see TT and Aaliyah not getting along. But in any event, he got a question why he wasn't invited. He said he's cool with Sean, but maybe TT didn't want him there. Lord have mercy. I don't know, why did they invite you? They probably thought your wife wasn't gonna comb her hair, so they didn't invite you. They invited Little Twist and didn't invite you. That's cold, buddy. That's cold-blooded. You've been on the show longer than Lil Twist, and they invited him and not you. I would take that a certain type of way, Eric. What you do to them? And the Simmons didn't even show up, but Jojo and his wife Denise, what's her name? Vanessa, she had other prior engagement. They kept changing the date, and Angela had everything else to do but to come to her wedding. Okay, Angela act like she don't care about this show no more. Angela Simmons act like she don't care about this show no more, y'all. For real, for real. Hey, what's up, Rashida? How you doing? Fight night. I know. Mary Jane, not finally. How for who? This woman. That's Casey. Casey and Jojo, they're performing near me soon. I think in the summertime, but Casey and Jojo, I put it on my YouTube shorts. Like they're out here performing. You might see Jojo, Casey, what's that other group? Joe, Maxwell, and New Edition, and you got some other, I forgot, Sheila something, and Patti LaBelle. Like they're all doing shows together, y'all. I can't wait to see Jodeci. I'm definitely going to see Jodeci. But in any event, that's this is Jojo's daughter sitting right here. That's what's her name? Sequoia called them girls. I can't wait to, she said she don't know what's going on with them ragamuffins. Why you calling ragamuffins? Sequoia's out here calling them ragamuffins. Mary Jane, stop with the See, I got off of it real quick because, I think I pissed off a lot of people. But I can't help it. I don't talk about Brianna's hair because she never does her hair. Like, she barely does her hair. So she always show up like she just woke up out of sleep. She's always like that. So it's just normal. And remember when she showed up to Sam and Egypt engagement party and she had that Shirley Temple wig on? Like, you can't talk about her hair because her hair's always looking erect. She don't give a damn. And she don't be putting nothing in it. Like, she don't be putting grease and black gel and pink oil and all that other shit in her hair and call it a day like she did it. She just be having it wild. But in any event, Sequoia is basically calling the other girls that she's beefing with. What she call them? She said ragamuffins. So she's calling Savannah a ragamuffin. She's calling, Cree a ragamuffin. But in any event, when it comes down to Lil E, Lil Easy, he is going to have an event for his father. So therefore, he's inviting the whole cast. He's inviting everybody to come, and his wife is basically saying, yo, people got beef. Brianna got beef with Sam in Egypt, and TT has beef, with Cree, and Cree, got beef with Sequoia. And basically Lil Easy is not, he doesn't care. He was like, yo, they gonna work it out. They gonna work it out. They gonna fight it out. Right, Miss T? They gonna fight it out. They gonna fight out the situation, y'all. That's what they gonna do. But they ain't gonna fight. And Tanise, the biggest thing is Sequoia wants to apologize to Tanise. But I think the way Sequoia at this point, she's so fed up, she's just ready to fight. Sequoia is ready to fight because she kind of like got jumped and got tag team. If it wasn't for like Lil Easy, I tell you, Easy saved her life. Security did not have her back. Security left you out there, Sequoia. They left you out there to hang. They left you out there to get mollywopped on national TV. If it wasn't for Lil Easy, this girl's face would have been tore up. Because you see how big Cree is? Cree is no joke. Cree is huge. And she wears what, size 14? She would have stumped all over that face, girl. They would have hit her face. You already know when girls, are jealous because you pretty, first thing they gonna go for is your face. So they was gonna go for her face, and it was at the pool party. But Lil Easy, he had her back. He was blocking them. It was like he was playing a video game. He was blocking Cree. He was moving this way, and he had a blunt in his hand the whole time he was doing it. So he's used to this street shit. He was putting one arm up. He had a book bag on. His wife was pulling him away because his wife wanted the ladies to fight. Nah, he was like, nah, y'all ain't gonna make her look like that. Not tonight. Y'all ain't gonna do her like that on TV. And I respect him for that, because the security couldn't even get there. The security didn't care. It was hot. They want the ratings, but he had her back. But in any event, when it comes to Sequoia, she has to meet up with Tanise. And I don't know what kind of space Tanise is going to be in when it comes to Sequoia, because they almost got into an altercation and Tanise was pregnant, but Sequoia didn't know that Tanise was pregnant. And Savannah, she started that beef, basically repeating that, Sequoia had beef with Angela. And the way that they cut it, it looked like Sequoia did have beef with Angela, and Angela should have beef with herself. She let Romeo get somebody else pregnant. She should have snatched up Romeo, married him, and had his baby and went off to the sun. She's still out here looking and chasing for that horse to jump on top of, baby. And she had a good one, but you say you grew up in church. She don't really want no church man. She don't really want no man in God. She want a nigga from the hood. That's what she wants. She she's up here pump faking. She's doing too much. But in any event, so Street Fighter. This show is just missing a little. They're missing something so far this season. I think They are coming to Essen Festival in July, New Orleans. Yeah, they're going to be everywhere, hopefully. And I put the video up, and they put up more videos that they're actually going to be there. So you remember there was a question, to the people that was here for it, when it came down to the situation, it was a question. Sequoia and Casey, Casey from Jodeci, his son Devin is on the show, and they're playing Devin like a sucker. I don't even know why they playing Casey's son like that. But in any event, they was questioning whether, it was questioning whether KC can actually get on stage and perform because he had a stroke. So they was making it seem like on this show, like the first episode or the second episode, that something was wrong with KC and he hasn't been on stage because Jojo, KC brother, was like, yeah, bro gonna get back on stage. She's gonna get back on stage and things of that nature. So I had to go check and find out what the hell. I know KC had a stroke in 2018, but like, yo, this dude ain't performing. He's sick. Like, yo, what's going on? And so then I end up, falling up on the Instagram video, and he's performing. And he sounds good. They're all out there, all the members of Jodeci. I'm trying to see if I can find the video. I don't know where the hell is that. So in any event, yes, Jodeci's back out here in these streets, y'all. I don't know. I don't know where it's at. It's one of these, and I don't got my glasses. But yo, gas is just ridiculous out here in these streets. Like, Lord have mercy, Biden. What's going on, y'all? Biden. And we got Kamala Harris out here talking about us to invest in electric cars. Want the city and the state and the government officials invest in electric cars? How come you guys are riding around in gas guzzlers? You guys ain't riding around in electric cars. You know why? Because you don't got to pay for gas. We got to pay for gas. So don't play them games with me, Kamala Harris. Talk about get electric cars. If electric cars were so easy to get, we would have been got them. And right now, what we gonna do? Trade in our cars and try to get an electric car? Don't make no sense making all type that right there when you don't even got an electric car. And if you go to all 52 states, with the situation, these government officials are in, gas guzzlers. When they go to their meetings, they're in gas guzzlers. I was like, I couldn't believe she even went there and said that. Oh, what we gonna do? We can't afford an electric car. We can't even afford to put $5 in our car. So what are you talking about? Like, it's just like this presidency. Oh, Lord have mercy. We are out left in the cold and in the dark, baby. We're going into the cold stone times. We're going to Cold War times. You know what I mean? Everything's expensive like shit. Like, you can't even, like, they say save some money somehow. When there's taxes, the taxes, tax. There's like 1,800 new taxes. Tax. It's like, yo, y'all wildin'. But in any event, I can't find the Jodeci video. But I'm on a tangent. Oh, Jussie got sentenced to, 5 months in jail. And he got cussed out. And he got to pay $130,000. Oh, God. So in any event, let me get back to this. So we're going to have this situation. And I hope Denise and Sequoia can work that situation out. Then Briana, she shows up with, TT's cousin, Pep's nephew. She showed up to their grandmother's birthday party. You know what I mean? She showed up. See, like I told you, Briana don't do her hair. So it's like she never does her hair when she's on TV. And and so in any event, she shows up with her man, and basically Pep is looking like, oh, Pep, she don't look ugly, it just look like she look mad different. But I think she looks pretty, but it's just something that looks very different. It's these eyes. I think the hair looks nice. I think the jeans look nice. I think the jewelry looks nice. I like her lips, but something just looks really off about Pep, and I don't know what it is, y'all. But I don't know what it is. But so in any event, So we got, Pep's grandmother, I think she's 95 or 97. Happy birthday to her. You know what I mean? Now Pep got the Chucky wig on. We got Maureen. She took her hair off her head. It is what it is. They're at the birthday party celebrating, and Briana is there in the middle. And this part was so funny when Criss said to Briana, "We gotta pray." She goes, "I don't even be praying over my food. I don't even be doing this." She looks really surprised. And so you got this situation where Pep and Brianna had to have this conversation. And also Titi is still pissed. Titi's acting like she don't want to speak. Titi's acting like she don't want to speak to Egypt, because Egypt is online. Egypt is FaceTiming them, and she's rolling her eyes, and she's trying to run from the situation. She's trying to act like, she don't want to be bothered. Like, she's still pissed, girl. You better stop being pissed. You don't got your husband, you don't got the baby. Y'all are moving to LA. Just, let them in. You already got the ultimate. You won at the end of the day. They didn't come to your wedding, okay? And they're not at this birthday celebration for your grandmother, okay? So you won all the way around. And Pep came on bending knees, and Pep was apologizing, and she didn't argue with Maureen. She took it like she was supposed to take a long time ago and do something with it. But we shall see. So, Briana and Pep is having this conversation. Briana was like, "Yo, I'm sorry. I want to be a Denton. I want to make up. I don't know how things went wrong. I love, Egypt. Sam, I had the problem with, but me and Sam was cool, because Sam and Bree was cool. They even did music together. I'm telling you, Sam, Egypt, Bree, TT, and Pep, they were the squad on this show. They was definitely the squad. And then, Boogie will come in and be a part of the squad too as well. They had all types of interesting times. And Dane will come around with his nose stuck up in the air. Like, they used to be lit. And then once they fell apart, we just had the drama, but they used to make it fun. It was so much fun when they wasn't beefing. It really was. But in any event, it is what it is. They end up fighting and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, Briana is basically saying, "I don't know how it went wrong. I know I said some things. I know I made some jokes. I know I said this." So they went back and showed all the sassy, negative, downgrading things that Briana can say. Because, she can read. She can read. I mean, she can read you down to the filth, and she can do it so well. Her vocabulary is just very immaculate. So in any event, they showed her. So she apologized, and she's extending that olive branch, to Pep. TT ain't trying to hear it. TT don't want to be bothered. And Briana was like, "I want to be a Denton. I want to be a part of the family. I want to do what I need to do. Like, everything." Briana's feeling this man, or she's doing this shit for TV, because, she can act a fool and she can act a mess. And Pep was like, "Did y'all have sex yet?" She wanted to know if they had sex yet. Very inappropriate, Pep. But Pep said that she wanted to know if they had sex to see how far their relationship is. Like, if they didn't have sex, then I can try to move them apart or try to talk to him on the side. But if he already taste that kitty cat, he might not want to go nowhere. Just like her daughter didn't want to go nowhere once she tastes that ding-a-ling-a-ling ring, school bell rings, from Sam. So so hopefully Pep, Egypt, and Sam don't try to come for Briana and her relationship. But if they do, I'm here for it. For real, for real. That Chucky wig, I know, like Pep, And then she got the leopard on. She got the animal print on. It's just too much, Pep. And then she got the pearls on. Like, what are you trying to give us, Pep? Pep looked like she got confused when she left the house and she got dressed. She didn't know whether she was going to bed. She didn't know whether she was going to shoot a video. She didn't know if she was going to go to practice. She didn't know where she was going. So in any event, at the end of the day, Briana and, Pep hugged. So that's like, oh shit. They finally hugged. They finally hugged. So we got that situation going on. And Egypt is basically, they're surprised that Briana is with her cousin. I mean, with her cousin. So she's just looking too. TT's okay with the situation. But Pep said, when it comes to Briana, she is going to give him a run for his money. And she said that he's very stubborn and she's very stubborn. So they're going to butt heads. So she's already predicting that the relationship ain't going to be working out. I don't know if it's still even going on. since it's a part of TV, Brianna Latrice could be quiet about it, but he was on her Instagram. He was featured for a few days, and then I haven't heard her talk about him since. But I haven't been on there, watching. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see. And Egypt is like, ugh, like what y'all gonna do? And it almost seems like they want to welcome Brianna in, and they also seem like they feel furious about the situation. And also, the old saying goes, keep your enemies as close as you can throw them. You know what I mean? Keep your enemy as far as you can throw them. Keep your enemies as far as you can throw them. So as far as you can throw them. So how far can they throw Brianna? So therefore, she's in the mix. So we shall see what happens. But that's it, y'all. I was like, OMG. I was wondering what else Egypt Sand and Bree did together. Oh, Lord have mercy. University advocate. I don't know what they did. Pep was probably thinking, do I look like Mary J. Blige? Y'all are too funny for that situation. not as close as you can throw them. I've never heard that. Keep your enemy as far as you can throw them. So I think it goes as keep your enemy far as you can throw them, or as close as you can throw them. It's either or in this situation. That was the old saying, that we keep your enemy as far as close as you can throw them, something like that. Not as close as you can throw. I've never heard that. So in any event, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. So we shall be back. I will see you guys tomorrow. Is Friday. Keep your head up, baby, because them gas prices are ridiculous out here in these streets. And if you have an electric car, you are a lucky human being. Point blank, period. What's up, Rashida Libra? How are you doing? What's going on? What's going on, Miss T? What's going on, Jenna? What's going on? So basically, that's it. I will see y'all in a few. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Peace and love, baby. Peace and love. So we shall see if Bree and this man Criss gonna stay together. They seem like they into each other. I wonder if it's for the cameras or they really feeling each other. Peace, squad. Good night, y'all.